Good afternoon, our beloveds. We are sitting here by the mighty Rio Grande. Our another is taking a day of rest and restoration down by the river. So we really want to talk about ancestral roots. Many of you have forgotten the infinite knowledge that was passed down for many generations because back then it was critical to keeping you alive. The survival was different. And then when modern man created modern society, much of those old ways were lost because there was a trust placed in the new system, which is not bad by itself, but has not served mankind well either, because there are times when the modern ways are not available, when they break down, when they struggle, when they suffer. And during those times, mankind recognizes that the ancestral ways that kept their forefathers alive had value, were valuable, are valuable. And many of you are beginning to research and restore that knowledge. And what is most amazing is as you learn some of these new ways, you remember them as if somehow magically they were stored in your cellular memory. So we would encourage those of you who are clueless about certain things, what we would call survival things, but not a Mad Max Armageddon. But if you were to move to the countryside and you did not have access to the modern resources, what would you do? Animal husbandry, midwifery, herbs and plants as medicine, poultices, living in community with animals where you don't see them as friend or foe or pets, but cohabitants maybe. We, the collective, are moving into a new space, a new place, a new mindset. And we would invite those of you who are like-minded to build upon this. It is not rejecting the old per se, keep living in it as it sustains you, but build some new skill sets. Attach to new resources. Find new people and maybe even new belief systems. What if some of your belief systems that have been taught down for generations are flawed, were manipulated or designed to control man? Find what works, find what doesn't, and most importantly, find what feels like love. Control does not feel like love. Abuse does not feel like love. Torture does not feel like love. Love feels like love. Understanding feels like love. Compassion, collaboration, consistency, and creativity. Build on what you have and build something better. It's that simple. We keep beating the same drum and the same drum beat, and many of you are finally awakening to the entraining of the world. Listen to shamanic drumming with no intention. Just put it on and see what happens. For some others, it might be binaural beats or similarly designed musical sounds. Figure out what soothes your mind and also figure out what entrains your mind, which means that you are able to journey, connect to the divine, source, your spirit team, whatever it is that you call it. See where you can connect to your intuition. It requires stillness and peace. Traditions, meaning that you're connecting to something that has been around since ancient times. It's not some newfound meditation. This is based on science and age, traditions, cultural ways, shamanism. Shamanism goes back to many different cultures and many different places within the world. They may not have called it shamanism, but that's what it was. Connecting to Mother Earth, the divine, source, creation, plant life, plant medicine. Find the voice within your heart, within your body, within your mind, within your soul, and within your ecosystem. Find what feels like home, and then stay there for a bit and get to know it. Go down that rabbit hole and not these other rabbit holes of conspiracies. They may be true or may not be true, but if you find your own path, your own journey, your own purpose, it doesn't matter what the conspiracy theorists say, because you will find safety and guidance within your own body's intuition. Speak to yourself, ask it questions, and then see what comes up. You need not believe it, but you must be at least curious to see what happens if I talk to my cells, to my soul, to my heart. And therein you will find the journey that will last a lifetime, because once you find that connection, we promise you, you will never feel alone. That voice, that guidance system will help to transmute your fears, help to guide you in one direction or another, following what feels like love, and sometimes, honestly, what feels like safety. And if you trust in us, we will lovingly and gently remind you when you are engaging in patterns of old that lead to destruction. We will say, we don't encourage that, and this is why. And then you get to decide what feels right and what feels wrong, who you trust and who you don't. And with time, you will build on that ecosystem of what aligns with truth and integrity and true safety. Not where you have to give up your sense of self, but where you get to be who you authentically are and navigate those pathways, those waterways, those journeys with simplicity and ease. When you find us, the journey will get easier, though it may still be difficult, because you will feel like we are walking beside you, leading you at times, carrying you at other times, and cheering you on to the finish line, which is way down at the end of the horizon. And it is not about finishing, but setting your eyes on the goal and enjoying, to the best of your ability, each step along the way, because you know it is not leading to destruction or devastation, but instead to the end point where you can exit with joy and peace, knowing that your life's purpose has been achieved. And that is it. And each life purpose can be muted, modified, manipulated. You get to choose it. When do you feel satisfied? Or when do you wish to continue going? And in what direction? That is the peace of mind that you will get when you enter into communion with us, your spirit teams. We love you. We bless you. We want you to grow. We want you to love yourself. And we want you to be present with everything that is around you. Open your eyes and look at the world around you with amazement and wonder, as it really is a beautiful cosmos within which you were birthed. And so it is. Namaste.